previous class what all we saw was, we saw the introduction to FFT, how FFT came into existence. Then we saw what is radix 2. Then in radix 2 the first classification is DIT FFT. We saw the derivation related to DIT FFT, that is how we divide the given input sequence by using divide and conquer approach. Now let us start finding out the DFT for the given sequence with the help of DIT FFT algorithm. Okay. So the question is, find 4-point DFT of the sequence x of n which is equal to 1010 using DIT FFT algorithm. Okay. When I was discussing with respect to the derivation, I took the value of n as 8. Okay. So we got 3 stages, that is 2 power 3, where 3 tells what is the number of stages which we have. Whereas here they are telling us to find out how many point DFT, 4-point DFT. So the value of n is equal to 4. Okay. We know the standard equation for n is nothing but equal to 2 power v. Okay. So if I express this 4 in terms of this one, I can rewrite it as 2 power 2. Okay. What is v? So v is nothing but equal to 2. So how many stages we will have? We will have 2 stages. Okay. Like this you can find out the number of stages. Hope it is clear. Now in the next step, we all know the input which we are taking here is, we get 4 different combinations. Why? They have told it as 4-point DFT. So x of 0 if I write, it will be 0 and 0 in terms of binary. Similarly x of 1 is 0 1, x of 2 will be 1 0, x of 3 will be 1 1. Okay. So if I take mirror image of this, we get the bit reversed version of this particular data. So if I take the mirror image, so this becomes 0 0 only. So this will be 1 0. So this is 0 1. So this is 1 1. So this is nothing but bit reversed version. This is normal form. So if I look into this, it is 0 0, 0 0 constitutes to x of 0. So this is x of 0. Then 1 0, 1 0 constitutes to x of 2. 0 1 constitutes to x of 1. 1 1 constitutes to x of 3. We all know with the help of divide and conquer approach, the input sequence in DIT FFT will be in which order? Bit reversed order. So whatever point DFT they tell us to find out, first find out the number of stages, then write down the number of combinations in normal form, and then find out its bit reversed form, so that I can write the input in this particular format. If I draw the butterfly structure for 4-point DFT, it looks like this. So as we saw, it will be having how many stages? 2 stages. So this is the first stage and this is the second stage. So since it is 4-point, I have written the value of twiddle factor with respect to 4. So here also I have written it with respect to 4. Okay. Now we all know the input of DIT FFT algorithm will be in bit reversed order. So which is nothing but it should be in this order. So the first data will be x of 0. The second data will be x of 2, the third data will be x of 1, and the fourth data is x of 3. Okay. Moving back to the question, so this is x of 0, x of 1, x of 2 and x of 3. Okay. What is x of 0? X of 0 value is 1, x of 2 is also equal to 1, x of 1 is 0, x of 3 is 0. So this is the first step which you should do, that is find the number of stages, find the bit reversed order. If they give different point DFT other than 8 and 4, then draw the butterfly structure, then write the input. Later try to find out the values of omega so that it will be easy for the purpose of substitution. So let us find what is omega 4 power 0. So if I write this in terms of exponential, I can write it as e power 0. Okay. We all know e power 0 is nothing but equal to 1. Similarly, I need to find out the value for omega 4 to the power of 1, which is equal to e power minus j 2 pi. What is the value of kn? It is 1 whole divided by the value is 4. So if I simplify this, I can write it as e power minus j pi by 2 Yes or no? So if I rewrite this, I can write it as cos pi by 2 minus j sin pi by 2. We know cos pi by 2 is 0. So sin pi by 2 is 1. So if I substitute it here, I will get it as minus j. So what is the value for omega 4 to the power of 1? It is minus j. So let us substitute it here. Okay. So omega 4 power 0 is 1. So this is also 1. This is 1. This is minus j. Okay. Now how we perform this butterfly structure, how the computation is done. So meet at this point. At this point the first signal coming is 1 and the second branch is coming from here. So multiply 1 with 1. Why? It is traversing this path. So 1 into 1 is 1. So that is fed like this. So here also you are getting 1 and this branch is also giving 1. Okay. At this particular point what you need to do? You need to add the datas, that is 1 plus 1 gives you 2. Okay. Moving on to this point. So from here you are getting signal. So here it is 1. So again here also you are getting signal. You have already multiplied these two, gives you 1. So at this point it is 1. Again you traverse this path, multiply it with minus 1. So at this particular point it gives you minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. Okay. So now again coming to this point, here the signal is 0. 0 into 1 is 0. And again this branch is also giving 0. So here it is 0. So coming to this point, so this branch is giving us 0. This branch is also giving us 0. Adding 0 gives us 0 only. So this completes the first stage of the butterfly structure. Hope it is clear how to do. At this particular point, you check the number of signals. Always you get 2 signals at each point. At that particular point, what we perform addition. Okay. Now, since here there is no term to multiply, 2 is directly supplied to this second stage. Again, there is no data here, 0 is supplied to second stage. Again, 0 has to be multiplied with the twiddle factor value, that is 1. 0 into 1 is 0. Again, this 0 has to be multiplied with minus j. So 0 into minus j is also 0. Now we are ready with the input for the second stage. Now I need to find out the output. Okay. Now let us stand at this particular point. If I stand at that point, the signal coming from this branch is 2 and the second branch which is coming here is this one. So the data from this point is 0. So at this point what I need to do? I need to add the number of data which we are getting. So 2 plus 0 is 2. Similarly, moving on to this point, the data coming from this point is 0 and this branch is also 0, gives you 0. Similarly, at this particular stage, the data coming here is 2 and from here it is 0. 2 and 0 is 2. Okay. Finally coming to this point. So here it is 0, here also it is 0, finally this is 0. So how will be the output of DITFFT? It will be in the normal order. The first output will be x of 0, the second will be x of 1, the third will be x of 2 and the fourth will be x of 3. Okay. Did we find out the DFT for the given sequence x of n? Yes. So let us tabulate the values. Therefore, x of k will be equal to, so what is x of 0? It is 2, x of 1 is 0, x of 2 is 2 and x of 3 is 0. So this is how we can find out the DFT of a given sequence with the help of DITFFT algorithm. So you can verify the same thing using matrix method also. Let us see how to verify. So we know how to perform matrix method, that is xn is equal to omega n into xn. So what is omega n for DFT? 1 1 1 1, 1 minus j minus 1 plus j, 1 minus 1 1 minus 1, 1 j minus 1 minus j. Okay. So what is x of n? So the given sequence is this one, that is 1 0 1 0. So this will be equal to, so it is nothing but multiplications of rows with respect to column. 1 into 1 is 1, 1 into 0 is 0, 1 into 1 is 1, 1 into 0 is 0. So you get it as 1 plus 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. So moving on to the second row, 1 into 1 is 1, minus j into 0 is 0, minus 1 into 1 is minus 1, j into 0 is 0. You get it as 1 minus 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. Moving on to the third row, 1 into 1 is 1, minus 1 into 0 is 0, 1 into 1 is 1, minus 1 into 0 is 0, 1 plus 1 is 2. So the last row, 1 into 1 is 1, j into 0 is 0, minus 1 into 1 is minus 1, minus j into 0 is 0, 1 minus 1 is 0. So this is your x of k. With the help of matrix method we found out, are they same? Yes. Like this you can verify the answers obtained in DIT FFT algorithms using matrix method also. Now let us move on to the second problem of same kind. The next question is, find DFT of x of n which is equal to cos n pi by 4, where n is ranging from 0 to 3 using DIT FFT algorithm. What happened in the previous problem was they directly gave to find out 4-point DFT. Here what they have done is they have given the range of small n, that is they are telling it is ranging from 0 to 3. We all know n always ranges from 0 to n minus 1, right? So what is n minus 1 equal to? N minus 1 is equal to 3. From the given data what I can write? It is clear that n minus 1 is equal to 3. Therefore, the value of n is equal to 4. That is, they are telling us to find out 4-point DFT for this particular function. So, if n is equal to 4, we know the standard expression for n is 2 power v, which is equal to 2 that is 2 square, where v is nothing but equal to 2 stages. Okay. Now, I need to find out the sequence first. In order to find out the sequence, let us start substituting the values for n. That is, when n is equal to 0, x of 0 is equal to cos 0. So, cos 0 is nothing but equal to 1. Similarly, when n is equal to 1, x of 1 is equal to cos pi by 4. We know cos pi by 4 is equal to 1 by root 2. Similarly, when n is equal to 2, x of 2 will be equal to cos 2 pi by 4. So, cos 2 pi by 4 is equal to cos pi by 2. We know cos pi by 2 is nothing but equal to 0. When n is equal to 3, x of 3 will be equal to cos 3 pi by 4. Okay. What is cos 3 pi by 4? That is equal to minus 1 by root 2. Now, we found out all the data by substituting the values of n from 0 to 3. Why from 0 to 3? In the question only they have indicated the range of n is from 0 to 3. Now, let us tabulate all this, which gives us the sequence x of n, and let us continue simplifying with the help of DIT FFT algorithm. So, what I have done here is I have tabulated x of n. Now, let us write it as the input to DIT FFT algorithm. So, x of 0 is 1, I have tabulated it. X of 2 is 0, I have tabulated that. Similarly, x of 1 is 0.707. So, x of 3 is minus 0.707. Okay. Now, again let us stand here. From this branch we are getting 1. From this branch 0 is multiplied with 1 gives us 0, and here what we are getting is 0. So, 1 plus 0 is 1. At this particular point, the signal coming is from this particular branch and one more is from this branch. Here the signal is 1. Here it is 0 into 1 is 0. 0 into minus 1 is also 0. What we are getting is 1. Okay. So, coming to this particular point, the data coming from this point is 0.707 at this branch. At this branch also it is minus 0.707. So, 0.707 minus 0.707 gives us 0. At this particular point, at this branch we are getting 0.707. From this branch we are getting, so it is already minus 0.707. It is multiplied with 1 gives us the same value. That multiplied with minus 1 gives us plus 0.707. So, adding these two gives us 1.414. Okay. So, this is nothing but the output of first stage. Now, I should give input to second stage. So since there is no multiplication here, directly 1 will be fed as input to the second stage. Here also nothing is there here, 1 is fed. At the third row, 0 should be multiplied with 1, which gives us 0. So again multiplying this with minus j gives us minus j 1.414. Okay. Now let us try to find out the output. So at this particular point, the first signal is 1, the second signal is 0, 1 plus 0 is 1, this is equal to x of 0. At this particular point, from this branch it is 1, from this branch it is minus j 1.414, so it is 1 minus j 1.414, so this is nothing but x of 1. At this particular point, 1 is coming from this branch, 0 is coming from this branch, so it is 1. Again from this branch it is 1, and from this branch it is minus j 1.414 multiplied with minus 1 gives us plus j 1.414. So finally at this particular point the data is 1 plus j 1.414. So this is x of 2 and this is x of 3. So the question was to find out x of k, that is the DFT for the given function. So we found out all the 4 data which we needed. So let us tabulate that. That is x of k will be equal to 1, 1 minus j 1.414, 1, 1 plus j 1.414. So this is how we can find out the DFT for any given data with the help of DIT FFT algorithms. So now let us see the problems on 8-point DFT. Moving on to 8-point DFT, the question is to find out 8-point DFT of x of n, 4 ones followed with 4 zeros using DIT FFT algorithm. So in the question what they have done is they have told us the value of n is equal to 8. We all know n is equal to 2 power v. So if I express this in terms of 2 power v, I can write it as 2 cube. So how many stages we are going to get? We are going to get 3 stages. Okay. So I have drawn already the DIT FFT for 8-point DFT. So this is the first stage, this entire butterfly structure. So this is the second stage and this is the third stage. So this figure only is called as the butterfly structure, which we saw in previous class. Okay. Now what I have done is I have tabulated the values of omega 8 power 0 also, omega 8 square, similarly omega 8 power 1 and omega 8 power 3. So in examination you need to show how you get these values. Since I have showed in the previous problem for 4-point DFT, use the same procedure and find out all this value and later tabulate. Okay. Now I need to enter the input data in bit reversed order. For that let us start start indexing. So this is x of 0, x of 1, x of 2, x of 3, x of 4, x of 5, x of 6 and x of 7. So first is x of 0, the value is 1, x of 4 is 0, x of 2 is 1, x of 6 is 0, x of 1 is 1, x of 5 is 0, x of 3 is 1, x of 7 is 0. Okay. Now what are the data at this particular point? So it is 1, 0, 0 multiplied 1 will be giving 0, 1 directly comes here, 0 into 1 is 0, 1 directly comes at this point, 0 into 1 is 0, 1 directly comes at this point, 0 into 1 is 0. Okay. We are ready with the input for first stage. Now let us try to find out the output. So at this particular point, we are getting signal from this branch as well as this branch. From this branch we get 1, from this branch we get 0. 1 plus 0 is 1. Similarly, at this particular point, from this branch we get 1, from this branch we get 0. 1 minus 0 is 1. Similarly, coming to this point, here also, here we are getting 1 and from this branch it is 0, gives us 1. At this point, from this branch it is 1, from this branch it is 0, gives us 1. Again at this point also it is 1, at this point also it is 1, here also it is 1, here also it is 1. Okay. Hope it is clear how we got 1. So stand at this point, check how many branches are meeting at this point, check what are the signal meeting at that point, then add those signals. Okay. Now we got the output for first stage. Now let us give input to second stage. So there is nothing here to be multiplied, so 1 directly comes here. Similarly, this one comes here. This one will be multiplied with 1, that is the twiddle factor value, and it comes here. 1 will be multiplied with minus j, so it becomes minus j. So this one directly comes here, this one directly comes here. 1 into 1 is 1. 1 multiplied with minus j gives you minus j. Okay. We are ready with the input to second stage. Let us try to find out the output of second stage. So let us stand here. So the branches meeting there are this one and this one. So the signal from this branch is 1, from this branch is also 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. Okay. Again coming to this branch, the signal from this branch is 1, from this branch it is minus j, so it becomes 1 minus j. Again at this particular point, here the data is 1. From this branch the data is 1 into minus 1, minus 1. So 1 minus 1 is 0. At this particular branch the data coming here is 1. From this branch it is minus j into minus 1 is plus j. Okay. Again coming to this branch, here the data is 1. From this branch the data is 1, 1 plus 1 is 2. At this particular point, from this branch it is 1. From this branch it is minus j, so it gives us 1 minus j. So at this particular point it is 1. 1 multiplied with minus 1 gives us minus 1. 1 minus 1 is 0. So minus j into minus 1 is plus j. From this branch it is 1. So this gives us 1 plus j. Okay. Now we got the output of second stage. Let us try to give this as input to third stage. So 2 comes directly here. 1 minus j comes here, 0 comes here, 1 plus j comes here, 2 multiplied with 1 comes here. If I multiply 2 with 1 gives us 2. Again multiplying 1 minus j with 1 by root 2 minus j by root 2 gives us minus j root 2. Multiplying 0 with minus j gives us 0. Multiplying 1 plus j with minus 1 by root 2 minus j by root 2 gives us minus root 2j. Okay. So now we got the input to third stage. Let us check the output for third stage. So standing at this particular point, here the signal coming is 2. From this branch is also 2. So 2 plus 2 gives us 4. Therefore, x of 0 is equal to 4. Similarly, at this particular point, the signal coming here is 1 minus j, and from here it is minus j root 2. Adding those two signals gives us 1 minus j 2.414. Similarly, at this point, here the data is 0. At this point also the data is 0. 0 plus 0 is 0. At this particular point, the signal coming is 1 plus j, and the second branch is giving us minus 2j, minus root 2j. Therefore, x of 3 is equal to 1 minus j 0.414. So, finally coming to this point, so from this branch it is 2. So, from this branch it is 2 into minus 1, that is 2 minus 2, that is equal to 0. Okay. So, coming to this point, from this branch I am getting 1 minus j. From this particular branch I am getting minus j root 2. Therefore, x of 5 is equal to 1 plus j 0.414. So, again at this branch we are getting two signals, that is from this particular branch that is 0, and again from this branch it is also 0. Therefore, x of 6 is 0. So, finally coming to the last point. So, the data coming from this branch is 1 plus j, and the data coming from this branch is minus root 2j. Therefore, x7 is equal to 1 plus j 2.414. So, the question was to find out the DFT. We found out that. So, let us tabulate all those things together. That is, x of k will be equal to x of 0 is 4, x of 1 is 1 minus j 2.414. So, x of 2 is 0, x of 3 is 1 minus j 0.414, x of 4 is 0, x of 5 is 1 plus j 0.414, x of 6 is 0, x of 7 is 1 plus j 2.414. So, this is how we can find out the DFT for any given sequence with the help of DIT FFT algorithm. So, in today's class we saw how to find out the DFT using DIT FFT algorithm for n is equal to 4 as well as n is equal to 8, that is 4-point DFT as well as 8-point DFT. In upcoming classes, let us see how to find out IDFT using DIT FFT algorithms, and let us see how to find out DFT using DIF FFT algorithms also. Thank you.